Darren, can you tell Terry that Dallas is going to win?
Jimmy, when Karen makes a turkey, does it come out dry?
No, it's juicy and wet.
It's sopping wet and dripping with juices?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's not ever dry like the Sahara Desert?
No. Super wet, dripping.
You probably aren't watching, but Dallas is ahead by 1 point.
I know that, and that's why I said, tell Terry Dallas is going to win.
Well, I guess I don't have to watch the rest of it. I saw the halftime thing, and it looked like they were doing the Super Bowl.
They're going to win this game. Now, what game is this? Jesus.
Missed an easy one. The halftime festivities look like the Super Bowl. I know you didn't see that.
We did have a turkey. I did have a turkey sandwich. We did play a game of golf today. I sent you a picture of Karen hitting the golf ball.
Yeah, you'll never send me a picture of Karen.
What was that?
You never send me a picture of Karen. It's always somebody else.
Oh, that was Karen.
Well, I haven't seen it.
Well, I just texted to you about 15, 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, what do you think? I'm sitting here on the phone all day?
You should be. I mean, that's why you have the iPhone. So I ordered a new iPhone, 1 terabyte. I think I already told you this. The highest iPhone you can buy. Not that you really need 1 terabyte, but that's what I got. But I haven't got it yet, and Foxconn in China having an epidemic of COVID, so their workforce is down to nothing.
So children can get COVID.
What's that? So that means I might not get my iPhone for God knows months. We'll see, but
I don't know if you mentioned, but they're having some big semi-revolution in China right this minute, and it's right around where they do the Apple. And they've got, I guess all the workers over there got a giant heart on.
Well, that's what I just said. Foxconn, the big company that manufactures the iPhone, has an epidemic of COVID. And so not too many people are working right now, and plus they're having some political issues. So who knows? We'll see what happens. It's not like your flashlights. I don't have to have it right away.
That's a good thing, because you aren't going to get it right away. I considered getting one of those, but it looks like they've attended to the problem of the short battery life. They say they have anyway. And I noticed that on mine. But I got a charger right here, so it charges it up pretty quick.
Well, you may have a lot of applications running, and so what you want to do is eliminate what's running.
No, I don't. I just take my lumps and I charge it like I said every day.
Well, you should charge it every day. I charge mine before I go to bed. I just plug it in. But if you have a ton of applications running and don't delete them, that's burning up your battery faster.
You use the cable to charge your iPhone? Man, I got 3 of these things. You just put it on the cradle and it charges it.
Yeah, I do plug it in, which is not a big deal. The cradle charging system that I have works fine, but on my iPhone in the back, I have this metal round stickum that I can just stick it on my car inside the car. So it probably wouldn't charge using the pad thing.
Well, I've got that plastic protective thing, and it charges through that.
And it's not metal, Terry. Read my lips. It's not metal. If you had a metal surrounding your iPhone, it wouldn't charge.
Well, they do have metal on the iPhone. A circular piece of metal. So it's a magnet. So you can use a magnetic charger. And I got one of those, too. I don't use it much, but it works. I tried it.
I don't know if I understand what you're saying, but mine has a special round magnet about 1 inch in diameter, and then you glue it on the case. And what that does is when I'm in the car, I can just slap it where there's this other part that's magnetized. So it's right there.
Okay, now listen to me closely. My iPhone on the 13 has a piece of magnetic material in the iPhone. It's a circular piece, best of my knowledge, and it will go to a magnetic charger. I've got one. You just hold it up to it, and kabam, it pulls it in.
I don't know why you would have a round magnetic part on the back of your phone.
Well, you can't see it. It's in the phone. But you'd have to ask Apple. They're the ones who invented it and had it built.
I would say to your answer, you're incorrect. If you can't see it, if it's built inside the phone, how do you know if there's a round part inside the phone?
What's the score? Did somebody give me an update?
It's 14-13. It's a 1-point spread. Dallas is ahead by 1 point, 14-13.
And they're down, ready to make another touchdown.
I know it's in there because the charger is a magnetic device. So there's either just a piece of metal in there or a magnetized piece of metal. One of the two of the items causes it to come together.
No, you're wrong on both counts. What it is probably a round coil for inductive charging.
Boy, you're so full of crap. This charger I've got is just a square piece, and there's no ledge. There's nowhere to rest the phone on. The magnet is what pulls them together. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about here.
I don't think so, Terry. I don't mean to be a smartass, but I would say no. I can go look at my charger that I don't use, and I can take my plastic case off and then put it on the charging system, but it's all done with an inductive coil. You know a little bit about electronics. I know a lot about electronics, and I know what I'm talking about.
Well, how would you like to bet $500 that one of the two items here has a magnet in it, either the phone or the charger, and the other piece has a ferrous piece of metal in there, and that's what pulls it together. That's the way mine is. Yours may not be. I don't know when they first put this in, but mine has that. I've only done it 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, hey, Jimmy, I'll bet you $500 you're going to lose $500 to Terry.
You know, what Jimmy's saying is right, too, that it's charged by inductance. But Terry is telling you that with that Apple unit, it has a magnet in there and a piece of metal to see to it that it stays centered in the inductance beam.
Yeah, I'm not talking about how it charges. I'm talking about how it adheres to the charger itself. And it's because there's a magnet in there. Has nothing, my discussion has nothing to do with how it charges.
Jimmy's angle, he was talking about what charges.
Yeah, I understand fully. He doesn't understand because he's got his head up his ass.
Jimmy, you got your head up your ass?
Didn't any of the kids or anybody call or come over or happy Thanksgiving? Furthermore, he's gone now. He's not talking. Jimmy's gone to forestry side.
Okay, Terry, I just took the plastic case off my phone, which has a 1-inch round piece of metal on it that's glued on the case. So when I go to the car, put it by the magnet that's mounted in the car. It's a little mount thing. It's real nice. It's just bam, bam. So I just tried my inductive charger, and there's no magnet. So it could slip off relatively easy. You may have a magnet on yours. No big deal.
I know there is. Again, I have an Apple 13. Yours is some lesser number, and maybe they didn't have it then. But they got it now.
Well, it's not on the Apple. It's, well, maybe. But mine's a 12, I believe. Might be a 13, 14. No, mine is a 12, so...
Well, I got $500 here. Says I know what I'm talking about.
You know what? What you gonna do? What? Put your money where your mouth is.
Take a picture of it and send it to me.
There's nothing to see. You can't see it. It's in the goddamn unit. Do you hear me?
Well, maybe it is. Maybe the 13 put a metal part in there. I don't know.
I know you don't know. I'm trying to tell you, but you won't accept it. I've got this magnetic charger, and it's a little square piece. It's not like the ones where it looks like a big blackboard and you has a ledge on the bottom and you set your phone on. This doesn't have that. It requires a magnet at both ends, and one end or the other, and it works. I've done it many times.
Okay, so maybe the 13, I'll get my 14 hopefully soon. Maybe not. It's ordered. It's paid for.
Nobody cares, Jimmy.
As soon as Foxconn allows their workers to work, and maybe that will have a magnet inside or a metal part.
Oh, I guarantee it will. If they put it in mine, if they put it in a 13, they'll put it in a 14. So you'll be able. Of course, I'll not require a written apology when you get yours.
Oh my God! I hate to say this, but I gotta feel sorry for your kids. Oh my God! I bet you used to beat up your kids so bad. Did your kids run away from home?
You spend 10 minutes arguing and you don't even have any idea what mine can do because you don't have one.
Okay. So I don't have the 13, I have the 12. And for some reason on the 13 they put a magnet and or a metal strip.
Yeah, it's probably a circular piece, but I can't tell that because I can't see inside the thing. But you're making an argument here like the guy who's arguing the world is flat.
It is flat. Yeah, you didn't realize that Earth is flat?
Oh, here's James and Jimmy and Jimmy Jr. here to antagonize Terry. You're just here to antagonize James. Go spend some time with your girlfriend.
Well, Terry likes to argue. I mean, that's his name of the game.
I'd like to act like a 4-year-old, a little 4-year-old girl.
Remember when he was going on and on and on about, what was it, about the time? Daylight saving time or something?
Bicycles, on and on and on about electric bikes.
Remember, Terry, who were you talking to fighting about daylight savings time?
I don't know. Who cares? Oh, that was OG. OG, of course, was wrong.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said you guys were going back and forth. And I just had...
They were going back and forth. In conclusion, who did you agree with?
You know, I don't recall, I'll be honest with you. But when Terry believes in something, he won't let loose.
Well, like electric bikes. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Patently obvious what I've got here because I've done it a bunch of times. And I know that you don't have one like this, so you probably don't have it. So you think the world is flat.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about your phone. I guess you have a metal strip in your phone. Big deal. And I'm a little surprised that they made that like that.
Well, they did it so they could make magnetic chargers. And mine does that. Like I said, I've done it many times. I don't usually do it, but I got it over there. It's across the room.
Well, I just looked at mine. Mine's about 5-inch round, maybe. And there's no magnetic on my phone, or when I put it down, it can slide off.
Okay, so you don't have it. You have a ledge down there where the whole thing rests on. I've got a charger here where it doesn't. And it's not a big thing. It's just a little rectangle about 3 inches square. And you just stick the phone onto it and you can feel the magnet pull it in.
Well, that would be a relatively nice feature, I guess. I don't use my inductive charger because, like I said, on my case, I have a round metal strip on. And what that does is when I'm in the car, there's a little part that I also have, and it just...
Well, I expect when you get this 14, I want you to go out and buy a magnetic charger and call me on the air and say, yeah, it works.
Well, I'm sure my round inductive charger works and will work.
Yeah, I think so too. But that doesn't prove anything. All you have to do is buy another charger, and they only cost, if you buy them off eBay, off Amazon, they only cost about $30-40.
$40?
They're if you buy it at the Apple store, it'll cost you $50
or $80, right? Boy, Dallas is doing pretty good. 13-21. Who would have thought?
Both these teams are 7-3 coming in.
7 losses?
7 wins, 3 losses.
Wow. So Dallas isn't doing too bad. That's good. Ooh, look at that. Yikes.
EDP portable.
So did you have turkey or did you have ham or did you have neither one?
We're having
Turkey. All the chitlins was when I got here, just ham.
My wife bought the whole goddammit from Irvine Market, and we got enough for 10. It says it's for 10. We got turkey and everything that goes with it, including 2 pies, and the whole goddammit was $150. What a deal.
Ain't bad at all.
Considering you're going to eat 9 people's worth.
Well, it doesn't matter what I eat or not. That's what it says it is, and you got to heat it up. It's only partially cooked, but it's everything. The whole thing for $1.50.
Well, that doesn't sound that cheap.
Sounds pretty good to me. It all came in a big giant box, all packed, ready to go. Cheese, buns, everything. The whole thing, everything but the silverware.
Your wife burns everything, did you say?
No, she can't do anything anymore. Everything out there she does in slow motion. I go crazy if I sit there and watch her. She can't do anything anymore. It's tough getting old.
Oh, my God.
You know, voices in the background? Those are my 2 oldest young men. Little Darren and Josh. Where's your kids? I got some grandkids in there, too, I can put on the radio. How about you, Jimmy?
Oh, what was that? Whoa. It's like me.
This is my grandson right here. Did I see you in the door? Say hi, Josiah. Your portrait.
Hi.
His name is Jimmy. Say hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
That's my oldest grandson. 6. Jimmy's sharper than you.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that. You just ask Terry, and he'll agree on that one. Hello, you are listening to amateur radio.
How come he didn't give you the name?
Oh, my name is Jim, J-I-M.
No, you got everything but the little boy's name.
He says that his name is Jim, J-I-M.
I am good.
He didn't ask you how you were doing, but two times for telling how you were doing. Tell him your name?
Josiah.
You heard that, didn't you?
I got a little static here. What was the name?
Tell him your name again, son.
Josiah.
You heard the tone he put in it. Clean your ears out.
Josiah? I've never heard that name before.
Really? Strong biblical name. You find it in the Bible, the Old Testament. And the New.
Terry's never even opened a Bible.
No, I'm not big on the Bible, that's for sure. Josiah. Hey, Josiah. What's new?
You said, hey, Josiah, what's new?
What's new? Okay.
Got him some Pokemon cards for Thanksgiving. When you say you got some Pokemon cards, about like 500 of them. That's a whole lot of cards.
Yeah.
Josiah, you gonna keep up with them? You heard that?
Josiah, welcome to Ham Radio.
How do you feel about that?
I feel about so happy about that.
How about that?
And how old are you, Josiah?
The guy said he was 65. You're a big 5-year-old.
Yeah.
5 years old? That's pretty old.
He's already old. He said 5 years old is pretty old. Anyway, this is my daughter's son. I got 3 boys, 1 girl. And the baby boy, I've got a grandson.
Ooh, that's Dallas. Holy shit. Holy moly.
Could you put your grandchildren on the radio? Jimmy, could you put your grandchildren on the radio? So I can talk to them. Wouldn't you like to talk to his grandkids?
Out there.
Bing.